Let's say you're interviewing. If that person interviews you and stays behind their desk to have the conversation with you, what does that feel like versus the person coming out from around the desk and sitting next to you and having a conversation? The Gateway Internship Program really isn't your typical internship program. The way that it's designed is really for the students to have what we're calling a boutique experience.
During previous Next on Chef competitions, the chairman asked chefs to transform.
Through this program, Dornsife is really trying to show its students that, a liberal arts education is so valuable in any career you go into.
And this program has 3 elements. Number 1 is the students have internships.
These internships especially really were about learning, really were about experiencing what specific industry you were interested in and what that job has to offer in the future.
When we heard about the internship program, this seemed like a really good opportunity to allow students from USC to come into one of our productions. It's an interesting venue to see how a business is run, it's certainly how a production is run, and then also allow them to get experience that really could kind of translate to a lot of jobs, not just television jobs.
American Tower.
And Schwab.
Oh, and Schwab, okay. Having the opportunity to actually work at a company where you can see how a different field works, what the dynamics are, what the skill set is required, what kinds of expectations are present, is an invaluable opportunity for a student. When you have a Dornsife student, you have a student who has been educated with a humanities-based education, and that is such an important foundation regardless of the career that individual is going to pursue longer term.
Freedom School is a literacy camp. It's a very open environment where we allow students to foster intellectual growth and companionship. Part of the Gateway Internship Program, on top of being here at the Freedom School all week, is that we also have a mentor relationship.
Experts in various fields will be mentors to these USC students on a one-on-one level.
And that mentor is someone who is really a committed listener, who is what I'll call a friend on the outside.
I've been very fortunate to be relatively successful, and I think that when that happens to you, you have a responsibility to give back. And when asked, I absolutely jumped at the opportunity of being a mentor, kind of an out-of-the-box thinker, and I think I had her able to look at things a little differently. I think one of the great things about the internship program also is it just reinforces the Trojan family, is that these kids are able to go out there and they're able to see successful business people. They're able to get a more intimate view of what life is about and what the business world is about.
And then thirdly, they would take a formal class here at USC, and I was the professor of that class.
Professor Manahan's class was mostly based on leadership and acknowledging what it takes to be a successful leader.
But then to add an outside world experience to it, we invited in some of our wonderful board members who had very explicit skills in lots of these different industries, and they would come in as basically guest lecturers.
And I think that's just amazing, people that are very high up and have very busy schedules and yet still find time to come over and talk to us about what it means to be a leader and their path to success.
Our motivational song at the Freedom School is "Something Inside So Strong," and that's really the essence of what I'm taking away. I know that if I'm confident and passionate in what I'm doing, I can fulfill anything I want. Gateway Internships and the Freedom School, Ms. Berker, all combinations of these experiences that came to me this summer has assured me that I am on the right path.
At the end of the day, the most amazing thing about being of service is that you always end up getting, I think, more than you're actually giving.